Thanksgiving Eve. Yes, here it is, Thanksgiving Eve. And I am once again in my studio. I wasn't planning on doing anything tonight. I really wasn't planning on doing anything at all. But I got this voice message from a guy, and his name's Ed. I promised him I'm not going to say anything else about him. He left a voice message. I told him I wouldn't use his full name, but it kind of worried me a little bit. It worried me a little bit because after all, during the holidays, a lot of people start reflecting, and I'm one of those people that has to reflect all the time on things, as you guys know. But this message that he left really concerned me, and there was a lot more to it than I'm about to tell you. But he seems like he's in a pretty tough place. So I decided I'd come down to the studio and kind of hang out and think about this for a little bit. And then I told him that I would do this for him and try to help him out a little bit. And maybe those of you in the chat could maybe help him out as well as we're doing this live. Bottom line is he's not in a good place. And I don't know if anybody really is always in a good place, or even the people that say they're in a good place are have a little sliver of bad place in them. So Ed, I hope you realize that you are not alone, buddy. You're not alone at all at any of this. All right. But he says that he's not happy with life, doesn't know if he wants to continue on because he just can't seem to keep people happy. And he wanted to know, how do I stop people, or how do I stop caring what other people think? And he said he just wants to be himself, and he just wants to be who he is and have other people love him for who he is and not trying to be somebody else. And it's tough. It's a tough place to be. And I'm about to probably tell you some stuff tonight that I probably shouldn't say. And I just kind of feel that way right now. And this is my chance, something that I'm doing with right now. And David in the chat is saying he believes this. He says he's right with you. So Ed, don't worry about any of this. All right. Now, worrying about what other people think is been my pastime. I remember I was worried so much about it. My wife told me, Terry, if you ever, if you do something that everybody loves, you're doing it wrong. And I wanted to fight her on that. I'm going, no, man, I believe I can add to everybody's life in a positive way, and she was 100% right. And it took me a while to figure out that when people really like me, I know that's not real. I know that's not a real life thing. Okay. When people are praising me and saying all these great things, I know that that's not real life. And when people are hating on me, which I get every day, that's also not real life. So if you're worried about what's going on online and what people are thinking about it, what random strangers think of you, and you're afraid to be yourself, dude, Ed, don't worry about it. Nobody's really thinking of you. Okay. Now, this is where I have my problem. This is where I have my problem. My problem is that I want, I really care about what my family and friends think about me. I really want to be a positive aspect of their life. I want to be a contributing force to a friendship or a relationship or a family or things like that. And that's a real hard thing for me. Right now, I'm doing this and I'm hoping and praying none of my friends see this. None of my family members see this, because that's a very tough position to be in. In fact, come down to the studio here, I shut the door. Anytime I have something I want to talk about, I don't even want Sherry nearby unless we're doing Gang of Two or something like that. So, Ed, I hope that you realize you're not alone when it comes to wanting to be loved, wanting to be accepted, wanting to be who you are. And the truth is, Ed, I spend way too much time in this studio thinking and planning and dreaming and hoping. And it's really sad and tragic for a man my age to be doing this, to still be thinking about there's some big bright star for me at the end, you know, that I'm going to affect people in a positive way. And, and a lot of people say, Terry, you're a pretty positive guy. And you know what? I'm positive because I just want to be positive. You know, most of the time I'm not, Ed. I'm not. Most of the time I am just faking the living crap out of it. Okay, hoping that I'm going to come out of it, hoping that, and most of the time I do. I come out of it most of the time. So I don't know what else to really tell you, Ed. It's just that you're not alone. David's up here saying you're not alone. Thank you, Jason, for checking in right now tonight on this live stream here. And I hope that I help you out a little bit, Ed. A lot of my time spent down here is thinking about exact stuff you're thinking about, Ed. The exact same stuff. How do I line up in this world? Where do I figure it out? When is my moment going to come? And a lot of people would say, Terry, you've had a really good run, and I have had a good run. But I don't ever feel that way. And I think something's missing. I think that maybe there might be something wrong with me. But it's not so much that I think that it's debilitating and I can't move on. But then again, maybe it is. I spend, like I said earlier, way too much time down here hoping for some really good message or something really incredible to happen. That one great show idea, and, I still do it. And like I said, I probably shouldn't be doing this. I think there's something probably seriously wrong with locking myself in here alone when I've got a beautiful wife upstairs, where there's a big world outside this place. And Ed, and I'm doing it because I want people to like me. But above all, I don't necessarily want everyone to like me. I just want to be a positive part of people's lives. And you're never going to be of everybody's life. And you are never going to be that person. But the truth is, this is who I am. And you were talking earlier, Ed, about you're afraid to be who you are. And listen, I get judged all the time for doing this. It's a quiet little joke amongst the Lex and Terry crew about all the things that I try, and this is what I do, and I can't enjoy time off and things like that. And there's a lot of truth to that. And I know that my workmates are just trying to help me out a little bit. But this is who I am. And I'm still desperately trying to bring that forward, because I think if everybody knew, not everybody, but if some people really knew what made me tick, they could help me. And they can, sometimes give you a pat on the back, sometimes give you some great criticism. I love constructive criticism. I don't want my ass kissed. I don't want that. But I do want to do something meaningful in my life, just like you do, Ed. And I think all of us do. Everybody here in the chat room really wants to be of service to their family, something meaningful, and all this type of stuff. So I just really hope that you are able to realize you're not alone, buddy. You're not. You're probably, dare I say, more together than I am, for sure. I should be asking you for some support and some help. My whole personality, for me, and this is just for you, Ed, here saying, you're afraid to be yourself. I know who I am, and I know why I'm here. I always have, Ed. Always have. And nobody has been able to see that yet, but only because I've been afraid to bring it up. Slowly but surely, I've added things in on the Lex and Terry show. I've done little things like here, like Terry James Alive and things like that. But I truly love seeing people happy. And I love seeing people successful. And if I could help somebody in any way, God, man, that is the coolest feeling for me. That to me means that I have done something. All right. And I've been trying to do that on these podcasts and things like this. And I think it's time, Ed. I think you've inspired me, buddy, to just lay it all out there. Okay. Lay it all out there. I know over the holidays, I'm not going to be doing much. I'm going to be offline and doing things like that and relaxing and kind of regrouping and seeing what's really important to me, not only professionally and the side things that I do, but also who's important in my life and spend more time with them. So, you know, and above all, I want to do all of this, and I don't want to sound serious like I am right now. I don't like this. Okay. I don't mind showing you who I am, but I don't like being so serious all the time. Truth is, I do have some years behind me and I've had some successes in my life, and I do have some stories to share that I hope will help people. But I don't have all the answers. I'm still looking for a shitload of answers myself, dude. So, and above all, I love laughter. I love joking, and and a lot of the thinking that I'm going to be doing over towards the whole rest of this year is how can I combine these things that I love, like these conversations, but make it light somehow. Have these moments of laughter, have these moments of seriousness. I don't even know if anybody wants it, but that's where I'm trying to be myself. If they don't want it, they don't want it. That's their choice. If they like it, they like it. You can't do everything to want to be liked or loved or anything like that. And I have to get over worrying about what my family and friends think of me, because I think they know me deep inside and they've been wanting to see this part of me, because I've had people, my brother, he always messages me if he catches one of these things on YouTube, and I'll say, man, I've known you forever. This is who you are. This is who you are. You need to show that more. And I appreciate that. So anyway, guys, I hope that helps you, Ed. I don't know if it does or not, because I once again ended up talking about me. So there you go. Let's end on a light note, shall we? Let's see. Hey, everybody. Nice to see you guys. You have to attract more people that believe what you believe. You're right there, Evan. A lot of the stuff that I believe in is kind of what a lot of people would consider as woo-woo-y. I have this certain belief that you hang around great people, you're going to have a great life. And your energy you put out there every single day. I do this thing. Here's something that nobody knows. I do this thing every day where I walk out the door and I always say to myself, the energy that I'm going to put out there today, I'm going to receive some of that back. It's just knowing that happens. And that is 100% truthful. So, but I just want to, and just put it out there, Ed, throw it out there. Be you, buddy. Just be you. I'm very concerned about you. Okay. The voice message you left me, I'm really concerned about you. And I think that reading the people in the chat here, everybody's supporting you. Everybody, has been or is in the exact same position you're in. So you're going to be all right, man. You're going to be okay. So on a lighter note, I made a fool of myself today. Nice segue, huh? That's like a train crash right here. This is what happens when I feel that I'm being too out there. This is me thinking that you guys don't want to hear this shit. This is the stuff I got to get over. But I did have something funny happen today. I live, and I talked about it on Instagram today. I live in this new townhome, and behind there's three homes on this lot, three townhomes on this lot, and in the middle of the homes, mine faces the street. There's two others behind me, and there's a parking lot where we all share these parking spaces in the back. And I back my car in because it's easier to get out. I don't want to hit the buildings. It's very hard to get onto my street, all that kind of stuff. And my neighbor comes walking up today, and he's got coffee in each hand. And it's kind of drizzling out, and he's waiting. And I don't really know this guy. I think I know his name. Always a very nice guy. But he's waiting for me to back in. And I don't know what to say. So I roll down my window and I kind of say out to him, I go, man, I hate parking, which was the dumbest thing to say. And he goes, yeah, I know it's the worst, right? I'm kicking myself going, is that what you could, is that the best you could come up with? I hate parking. Parking is parking. I don't have a problem with parking. I know how to park. I don't hate parking. So I'm just going, I hate parking. This poor dude didn't know what to say. He goes, yeah, it's the worst, right? He goes walking into his house. I go walking into my house and go, he's probably thinking the same thing. Wow, that was a really weird encounter. That was really strange. So, oh God, I'm always just putting my foot in it. All right, guys, anybody want to have any questions or anything like that in the chat? It's good to see everybody here. Thank you for joining me tonight. Hello to everybody on Facebook. Hello to everybody on YouTube. And hello to everybody on Twitch. It is Thanksgiving Eve. And like I said, I got a voice message. If you're just tuning in, you may want to go back and see the start of this. I'm here because a guy named Ed was needed a little bit of a pick-me-up. And you guys are helping him out, which is super cool. Alex, good to see you. Yeah, she should have given Jason, he should have given me a cup of coffee. I should have ran and got him one. It was the dumbest, lamest encounter ever. I hate parking. What? I know, man. It's the worst, right? Oh, God. All right, guys. I really hope everybody has a fantastic Thanksgiving. I've got 4 people coming over to the house. Sherry and myself, that will make 6 people. It's a really good group of people. I'm looking forward to spending some time with them, some friends, no family members. My brother-in-law was going to be here, but he couldn't make it. It's going to be my first Thanksgiving without my sister. So going to do everything I can to take my mind off of that. And I hope everybody has a wonderful Thanksgiving. You guys are fantastic. Good to see you, Rich. Good to see you. Rich has come out here before, hung out a little bit in Seattle. Nice to see you, buddy. And I hope everybody has a wonderful time. I'll be thinking of you. And above all, Ed, I hope you realize we're all thinking of you, man. You got this, buddy. And please call us and let us all know how well you're doing. All right, guys, everybody have a great day, and we'll talk to you later. All right, guys, thank you.